So hi, this is Julie Benson. I'm the Associate Dean for Nursing at Tacoma Community College, and I'd like to introduce Lindsay McBride from the University of Washington, Tacoma, who's here to give our students information on how to move forward with their BSN. So we'll go ahead and let Lindsay take it away.
Well, thank you so much. Is it Dr. Julie Benson?
No, I'm master's prepared.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your leadership, and thank you so much for inviting me to come talk to you guys. And I hope any of you who are interested in UW Tacoma do watch this video. I basically just to introduce myself and to maybe go over the website and how the application process works at UW Tacoma for any of you interested in finishing out your BSN with us. A little bit of info about myself. I've been with the School of Nursing Healthcare Leadership at UW Tacoma for about 6 years, but I've worked for UW for, 16 years or so now. So I am happy to address any questions you have, whether you're in, any point throughout the process, if you're interested in applying or you're working on the application, or you're just wondering what it would look like. I'm happy to address any of those questions at any time. So please don't hesitate to reach out to anyone in the School of Nursing Healthcare Leadership at UW Tacoma. We have an open door policy. So, if you have a question, no matter who you are, we will try to address your questions and help you understand, the awesomeness of the BSN at UW Tacoma and what that could do for you and what it would look like as you're balancing, potentially your work and school. So just to quickly go over our website, for those of you who are thinking about this, who are planning on this, there is an application process. It's sort of a 3-step process. So I just want to highlight how you get there. And so I'm going to go ahead and share screen and go into this. So I just went to the UW Tacoma website here. And I'm going to go under Academic School of Nursing and Healthcare Leadership. Clicking there. This brings you to our webpage. We've tried to highlight some alumni quotes that we've gotten from students in the program along the page. We have a very high retention rate at the UW Tacoma's Bachelor of Science in Nursing. I want to say it's about 96%. So essentially, if you start in our BSN, you are going to graduate with your BSN in your time frame that your goal was. Our BSN admits every summer, autumn, and winter. Summer and autumn, we admit full-time and part-time students. Winter, we only admit part-time students. If you're going to be going full-time in our BSN, that's 4 quarters, and that ranges costs from 14 to 15 grand, depending on the cost of tuition that academic year. And that's just for tuition. So this is a program that works for the working nurse. It is 100% hybrid, meaning that students only come to campus 1 day a week on Wednesday, anywhere in the 1 to 9 o'clock timeframe. So essentially you apply to us, you go through an orientation video we have you watch. We do a Zoom Q&A session to address any questions, and you are given a program plan that outlines out your whole year in the program if you're a full-time student, with all of the times and days that you would be in class. So that's really helpful for a working nurse to go to their new supervisor and say, okay, this is when I'm in school. I'm not able to work a shift that day or that night. So that's something that we have found that's been very helpful for our students, that hybrid nature in the program. During COVID times, students are meeting virtually in that Wednesday, but that's how we do it. And so if you're a part-time student, it's a 7-quarter schedule. If you were to start off as a full-time student and realized, I might have to go part-time, that happens quite a lot, and that's possible. So people can move from a full-time plan to a part-time plan. And if you start off as a part-time student, though, you do have to keep with that part-time schedule. It's very hard to move back up to full-time just because of the course sequencing of courses. So often I've encouraged students, our new nurses, to, you're going to be taking NCLEX after you finish your associate degree in nursing. Then you might be looking potentially at working in a hospital that may require a residency. So you're looking maybe about 60 days where you're committed in a residency or more, 60 or more days. So, after that experience, it would be good to start with us. So a lot of times some new nurses might come in with us in the fall, in autumn quarter, and you're with us till summer if you're a full-time student to graduate with your BSN. So just to go through how do you actually apply, you go to our website, and if you click on apply, we're going to go to the RN to BSN. It lists the requirements. Now, these requirements are often met with your, the list of requirements are met with you being a registered nurse in the state of Washington. We do conditionally admit students who have pending licenses. We just say that you need to have a license by, I think the letter of admission for us says September 1, but we still want to retain the student. Of course, the license is the most important thing. So we work with students who still have pending license in their first quarter. But so we do conditionally admit students who haven't gotten quite their license yet, but you work on getting that, hopefully before your first quarter or sometime in your first quarter with us. We have an application checklist which walks students through all the things that you need to submit in your application, and the how to apply. So as you'll see here, we have deadlines on the right. And so autumn quarter, summer quarter, that's going to open up in early September for the 2022 start. We just closed admitting students for autumn 2021. And so for summer and autumn 2022, you can start applying for us in September. And for those of you who are graduating this quarter or autumn quarter, you might be, taking NCLEX, doing a residency. It'd be a great time for you to start with us in the summertime. Winter quarter, again, we only admit part-time students in that time frame. So for those of you interested in doing a 7-quarter part-time BSN with us, great. And that application will also open up in early September. So when you're doing the application, we just kind of listed the steps. So one step is you apply to UW Tacoma as a transfer student. The second step is once you're able to start that application as a transfer student, you're then able to set up your UW Net ID. You create your Net ID, and then you can simultaneously complete the transfer student application and the BSN program application supplemental kit. So you do both of those. And then you submit those, and you submit your transcripts, and you come into us. Now, our competitiveness is not the level that you had to go through to get into your associate's degree. So if you're applying by the priority deadline, usually that's around May, but we often move that back to June, sometimes to July. There's a good chance you're going to get admitted. You're graduating from a great program at TCC. You would have had the prereqs to get into our program because you met those with your pre-licensure coursework to get into your associate degree in nursing. So really, you're all set up well to start with us. It just depends on when you want to do that. So just going down, I wanted to highlight one other really great thing to show you guys is under academics here. I'm going to show you these BSN sample program plans. This is kind of nice to view because it shows you what sort of a typical plan might look like for students. So I'm going to show, okay, summer quarter 2021. See if this will upload. Okay, so this is what maybe this last summer, those students who started this summer, this is what they were given at time of orientation. So it shows you the days that you're actually meeting in each class and that time. And so what we do is we basically say you're only meeting in class on Wednesdays, and we rotate which class that is. So essentially you're meeting in these core classes the first Wednesday of the quarter, and then these other core classes the next Wednesday. And so you just kind of rotate your schedule like that. So you're only coming to campus one day a week. But you can see how this is outlined to earn those 45 credits to get the BSN at UW Tacoma. Now the BSN is 45 credits, 35 of those credits are core coursework required in the BSN at UW Tacoma. 10 credits are electives that have to be met with UW-Tacoma coursework. Can't be met with coursework taken elsewhere. Part of that is because everyone needs to earn at least 45 credits to get a UW degree. And those 45 credits have to be on that UW campus. So that's what a sample summer quarter plan looks like. Just show you what an autumn quarter plan would look like for part-time students. So we try to build out a 6 or 7 credit schedule for our part-time students. So you're still maintaining that part-time status for financial aid. For full-time students, we're giving you at least a 12 credit schedule for 3 of the quarters. So that way you're maintaining that full-time status for a nursing scholarship, a grant, a loan, or financial aid. So that's generally what it will look like. So as you can see, this is a lot of credits for our autumn starts, the first quarter. So I often, if students are deciding whether or not they want to, if there's a conflict of a residency with school, I say go with the residency. That's a great way to be onboarded. And then you'd work with us on which quarter is going to be the best quarter for you to come in, whether that be summer or fall. So those are kind of nice to review. And, you know, just to even browse around our program, we have, you know, handbook. We talk about this practicum course that students take while they're in the major. Unlike your associate degree, where you're really learning the craft of nursing, in our program, it's not focused on that in the BSN. It's more about doing, you know, continuing to do more research in nursing, learning how to really critically analyze and read and write, and, you know, delivering that in, you know, group projects or presentations in class or writing assignments. And we do have one practicum course that students take in the BSN at UW-Tacoma, T-Nurse 414, and that is where you're working as a group of professional nurses providing guidance to a community health organization on how they can better improve perhaps that quality of health of that community. So it's much different type of learning experience in the BSN than the intensive experience you've just accomplished or almost accomplished now. So I hope that helps everyone understand a little bit about UW-Tacoma, the BSN, and possibly you're starting in with us from TCC. We do have one student that is here in this meeting. I don't know if Brittany has any questions, but I am more than happy to address any questions you guys have. You know, you can always reach out to us at UW-Tacoma.
I don't think I have any questions.
Okay.
You covered most of it.
Awesome. Well, if anything comes up, you know, you guys know where to find me. And we just hired a new undergrad advisor, Jonica Hopkins. She came from a lot of advising experience. And so either one of us, we're still working, you know, in the school to help support students applying and coming into the BSN.
So Lindsay, would it be possible to show your contact information? Would you share that and maybe share that of your cohort or your the person you just mentioned? That'd be great.
Yeah. So you can start with me because that's where I'm still listed as the primary contact. And I will probably be throughout the summer. I'm still working in the School of Nursing Healthcare Leadership, but with Master of Nursing students. But so you can connect with me just by going to our website here. And let's see if it goes. So it's going to go to my calendar, but I think I did put my contact information here. So you can reach me at mccarl@uw.edu is my email address. And it's like I have my personal phone number there. I need to update that. But you can call the main line and leave a message. And it, additionally, you can reach me. Let me just show you where I'm at. Let's go to UW-Tacoma. Okay, so this is my number, 253-692-4548. and that does go directly to my cell phone. So please do leave a message and I'll get back to you if I don't pick up. And I'm still working 100%, so you guys can call or email. Either way will work really well to get a hold of me. Additionally, you can make appointments. So when on that from the webpage, I clicked on my name, and as you can see, it tells you which one you're looking at. If you're a prospective student, you want to apply, you just go here, you click on my calendar availability, and then you'll be able to pick out any time available to come in and talk to me. Or essentially what we're doing during COVID times is to do phone appointments, phone or Zoom. So depending on what the student prefers. So.
Thank you, Lindsay, for doing that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if Brittany doesn't have any additional questions, I think we'll end the recording here.
Okay. Thank you all.